G'day, Eagles fans. Listen up, because the most passionate and intense crowd in the NFL deserves the hard truth. Before we dive deep into this whirlwind shaking the foundations of Lincoln Financial Field, I've got a massive favor to ask. If you live and breathe Eagles, smash that like button, drop a comment below telling me what you'd do if you were Howie Roseman, and make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single update on our boys. Things are getting proper wild in Pennsylvania. Let's not beat around the bush. The talk about A.J. Brown has copped a massive shift. What used to be pure worship for one of the most physical receivers in the league has turned into a heated blue about loyalty, finances, and locker room vibes. We are at a fork in the road that could decide the franchise's fate in 2026. The question everyone's asking at the local pub and all over social media is, should we try and patch things up or find someone to trade him off to? The reality of the salary cap and dead cap money is a tough pill to swallow. Plenty of fans, fed up with the off-field drama and his sour body language when things go south, are calling for his head. But as a journo who keeps a close eye on the books, I've got to throw a bucket of cold water on that. The math is brutal. According to Over the Cap, A.J. Brown is carrying a staggering $43.4 million in dead cap for 2026. If Howie Roseman decides to trade him before June 1st, the cap hit would be about $20 million. We've seen Roseman swallow big contracts before, like Carson Wentz's, but this is a completely different kettle of fish. When Wentz left, Jalen Hurts was already on the roster, ready to take over the most important job in sports. If Brown leaves today, who's going to fill the massive hole left by an elite number one wide receiver? Looking at the 2026 free agency market is, quite frankly, a bit grim for anyone looking for a straight swap. Names like Alec Pierce, Mike Evans, Deebo Samuel, Jowan Jennings, Rashid Shaheed, Romeo Doubs, Wendell Robinson, Christian Kirk, and Keenan Allen might be up for grabs. But let's be real, Evans and Allen are starting to feel their age. Deebo Samuel is a freak of nature, but his injury history is a worry and he needs a very specific game plan. Alec Pierce and Rashid Shaheed are great deep threats, but neither has A.J. Brown's dominant physical presence in the middle of the park or the ability to consistently beat the league's best cornerbacks one-on-one. If Brown walks, Devonta Smith would take over as WR1. Is he talented enough? Absolutely. But Smith can't carry the whole load on his own. The rest of the current receiving core, Darius Cooper, Johnny Wilson, Britton Covey, and Danny Gray, wouldn't scare a fly. With Jahan Dotson likely leaving in free agency and Johnny Wilson coming off a nasty injury, the whole thing becomes a tactical nightmare for the offensive coordinator. Now, you might ask, what about the draft? True, the April class has some interesting prospects like Jordan Tyson, Carnell Tate, and Mekhi Lemon. They're brilliant young talents, but none of them come with a guarantee of being an all-pro veteran. Tyson has durability issues, and Tate, while technical, still has to prove he can get open against the NFL's elite defenders. For a team that wants to win the Super Bowl right now, relying solely on rookies to replace a pillar of the offense is a massive gamble. A.J. Brown needs to have a good look in the mirror. As a team captain, his attitude matters. That negative body language and the lack of ticker on certain plays when he isn't the main target is just not on for someone wearing the C on their chest. He needs to be the leader for the young blokes coming through. Historically, the Eagles' success has always been about sticking together. That Johnny Taylor classic, cheaper to keep her, has never been more spot on. Financially and technically, keeping Brown is the safest bet. However, that safety only works if Brown decides to actually buy into the team in every way, emotionally and professionally.